So everybody's talking about JT not getting run in the last game they played. Mm-hmm. But being, early in your career on the Olympic team, 04, and not getting run, do you understand it? Do you have like a special kind of like POV on it, being on the bench yourself, you know what I mean? And saying like, yo, come on, B, I'm top 5. Be like, I'm top 3 and I'm not 2 or 3.
Yeah, a little bit I can relate to that. I think the big difference is he went from being an important piece in Tokyo to then now kind of getting caught. What I do understand is you can get caught as like on the depth chart. All of a sudden you can look around. All of a sudden you are top in the NBA, WNBA, whatever it is. But all of a sudden you look on the depth chart, you're 4th in your position in a blink on USA Basketball. So that can happen to anybody. That has nothing to do with who's better, who's worse, it has nothing to do. It's kind of just like the way it goes. Mm-hmm. But I think what would be hard for Jayson is going from being like a major contributor in Tokyo to then not playing in the first game.
Even with, I'm coming off a championship. Like, it ain't like I'm like this momentum is different. Yeah. I'm going here. And I don't think it's that deep, but I'm sure like he's thinking that. Like, damn, I just won a championship. I just did what I had to do to deal with people say I couldn't do. Like, I done showed that I'm here with everybody else. Like, it's I'm sure as a player he's thinking, as a part of him that's thinking that. But the USA shit is different. Like, it's totally different. And to your point, like every game changes. Like, you don't know. It's like you have a game plan until you get punched in the face. Right. And then like I'm going with what I'm comfortable with. Like, at this moment, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it's a part of Jayson that he got to understand. Like this is bigger than what's happening. You're going to play. Yeah. Like, I think he's going to play. I just think Steve got caught up in that game. It was like we asked a lot for LeBron in that game. KD came out scorching and coming off the bench. So it's like, how do I intertwine all of that and still make the right decision on Jayson?
Right.
So it's hard. That's one thing I'll say about Coach K. We never would have had none of this with Coach K because it was established from the beginning. I'm not saying that it wasn't with them, but Coach K established everybody's role, what you gonna do. You may not play today. You may play one of y'all two gonna play today. I don't know. But one of y'all gonna play because this is what I'm looking for specifically. Right? So Coach K really gave us that. He sat us down individually and gave us that, and he sat us amongst each other and let everybody else hear it. What's everybody else's role on that team? Which is why it was so easy for us when it came time to like, okay, we know who's about to do what. And I don't think it's early though too. Like, it's the same second game. Yeah. It's early.
Yeah. It's plenty of time for shit to like play out.
It's early. The only thing is you look at it, it's like, we only got 6 games.
I know, it's only 6
It's
now.
only 6, yeah.
It was like, I don't know, 8, 9 when we played.
So you had time to kind of go through
a little bit.
I feel like with USA Basketball, because neither team gets that much practice time, the more games you play, you're just going to get better and better. And better. It's going to get like easier and easier and easier. It's going to get, the rotations are going to get like, you're going to understand them a little bit more. You're going to get comfortable in it. 6 games?
Yeah. It's going to take 2-3 games for all of them to like realize what everybody's role is. Like, the quarterfinals is where everybody is going to be, okay, this is. Yeah.
And FIBA's different. It's like 40-minute games.
Yeah.
Oof. It's so fast.
Yeah. I feel bad for him though.
Yeah.
Cause it's just like
it sucks.
It's a part of you that got like your pride. Like I'm him in a sense. Like what? Like nah. Like what's happening over here? So it's a part of that, but then it's also you gotta have somebody there with you, some people with you, some teammates there with you who've been through that before, who can communicate that with you. Like nah, nigga, like we need you. Like you a major part of it. You know what I mean? You're on this team for a reason. There's a lot of people that go through it. Paul George went through it. Draymond Green went through it, right? There's a lot of players that Jimmy Butler went through it.
I was just thinking.
DeMarcus Cousins went through it when he was arguably the best center in the game, right? Like
I like vividly remember him talking
16,
about it.
Like he was like a lot of guys went through it. We went through it in 04. I mean, we wasn't established yet, but we had.
But that's where you guys are different. Like you came back.
We came back and we committed though. We committed to 6 years straight of USA basketball. Like
that was
to
different.
play from like 2004 to 2016 is a lot of basketball. I mean, that's not basketball. It's a commitment.
Yeah, saying I'm gonna be here every.
I'm gonna represent this, right? And still not knowing if you're gonna be on the team or not. But every year it's like it's like 2 year and 4 year gaps. World Championship and World Cup now and then Olympics. So the World Cup team here in the U.S. is totally different in the USA than the Olympic team.
I don't know if I'm gonna be on the team, but I'm gonna prepare like I am gonna be on.
Because we knew we had to try out. Like we knew it was like no matter what, there was no spot that was confirmed.
No.
Really? Like,
I mean, I'm sure it was. I'm sure politically it was spots that was, but it's like, but you still,
some, but not all.
Was in the mindset of, oh, I have to go take this spot from somebody.
And let's keep it funky. Y'all are, if we talking about like Team USA basketball, y'all two in particular, on the men's and the women's side, are names that people would assume, oh, of course they on the team, bro. Like, ain't no way they're not going to be on the team. That's crazy. Like, that's super. That's fucking Melo, baby. Like, what you talking about?
Maybe it's like, I would agree with you. I don't think there was ever really after, like, once we were on it, it was up to us to stay on it. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how you look at it. But there is something about the environment that almost tricks you into feeling that way. Like, you feel like, oh, I got to stay on my shit or else. And so there's something about it because it is different. And that's what a lot of people don't get. Like, your favorite player might not make the team. Your favorite player might be on the team, not play, and you don't understand why. And they might go back and dominate the league. But it's just different. The game is different. The style is different. The way they call it is different. There's so many differences.
Right.
And I think now a lot more people, well, now that I'm not in the Olympics, I think I'm just having more conversations about the games, like during. Yeah. A lot more people are like, oh, like X, Y, and Z this, or complaining about the ref that. And I'm like, normal. Yeah. Like nothing about any of these games have felt weird or different. They're just so different from what we're used to here.
So coming in as a not a rookie, but like new to the international play, what is one of the biggest things that's like, bro, is it the 40-minute?
So for us, the 40 minutes is the same. Well, honestly, the no media timeouts.
Yeah, that's
is
crazy.
Fucking difficult.
Yeah.
That shit's hard. You don't get the natural break.
The little commercial.
Yeah, that's a commercial for y'all.
Yeah, ain't no commercial. You see the commercial and the game playing at the same time. Over there. Split screen.
So that's different. And then I think like specific to being on USA Basketball, like the pressure. And this is my blanket statement for USA Basketball. It is the most uncomfortable basketball I've ever played. I'm like, you're never comfortable. You're being asked to, I would argue there's like maybe a player or two max on a team that gets to do exactly what they normally do. Yeah. It's usually like your best scorer, best player. They get to be who they are no matter what. Everybody else, uncomfortable the whole time. Mm-hmm. You're trying to be this or you're trying to do that. You're trying to get yourself going, but this is your role. And it's just like this fucking dance where you're just, and I tell people who join the team, like newbies, I'm like, listen, if you're uncomfortable, you're doing it right. Right. Like you're doing it right because it's gonna be uncomfortable.